We live in a society which is prosperous, in society where we have luxuries our ancestors never dreamed of, a society where we have everything we ever wanted, yet we do not know how to handle the fame. I am recording this video, this audio, in a well-insulated home, with food in the fridge whenever I feel hungry, with running water whenever I feel thirsty, with pleasures whenever I feel bored, with pleasures whenever I feel I need to fill a void. We live in a society which values hedonism above all. We live in a society which values not the human, but the pleasures he can consume. We treat addictions as personality traits. I'm a wine mom, I'm a surfer dude who just likes to smoke weed, I'm a guy who just likes to play video games all day and not do any deed. We live in a society that doesn't value human as he is. We live in a society which tells us it's okay to be who we are, yet doesn't give any answers to what we should actually be. We live in times and society that is so confusing, we develop our own minor problems to fill it, and the manifestations of these problems can be seen throughout the world every day. We have protests, we have rallies, we have Instagram posts, we have tweets, but none help us, because we all know it's all for nothing. We live in a society which doesn't say us we're gonna die, but it tells us that we have to enjoy life as it is, but never gives us answers on how to enjoy life. It only gives us meaningless pleasures, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs. Take this, take that, take the next pill, pay the next bill, go to work, do this, and you'll be happy. We live in a society which values materialistic approach to life more than the spiritual one. And I do not mean spiritual one as the cringy types who hug trees and nature and meditate all day. I mean spiritual to finding out who we are and what we are supposed to do here. We live in a society which doesn't value philosophical works, which doesn't value minds who tell us or try to warn us. And society won't restore itself when we turn to chaos. Society won't restore itself when we turn to anarchy, because when a war comes, people will die. But people will survive at the end of the day. Some people will survive, and those people will strive to make the society again comfortable, and the cycle repeats itself. Or we will live in a society which will be peaceful, which will value peace, which will still have the comforts, but have weak deeds. We will still live in a society, but we won't know what to do, so we'll develop more pleasures as we go. And we will still not know what to do. We will just be here and be here forever alone, on our quest, on our journey to fulfill our needs. But the society will reassure us, just consume this and that and you will feel happy, but we never do. We never quite reach the point of happiness because we don't know what it means to be happy. Because nobody has told us, nobody has taught us. We are left in a society which doesn't give us answers, only gives us partial answers. Partial consumption that can be rejected. But if you reject it, you're weird. If you accept it, you're also weird, but weird in a different way. Because when you look in the morning into the mirror, you ask yourself, what do I stand for? Do I stand for the big tobacco selling me the next pack of cigarettes because this one is healthier? Do I stand behind the liquor companies which sell us bottles and bottles and beyond bottles so we can party all night and not think about it? We live in a society which doesn't value people thinking about answers. We live in a society which values people forgetting that there are answers needed to be found, questions needed to be answered. We truly do live in a society which only gives us nothing to work with. And we have that nothing and we don't know what to do with it. But there is hope. There is hope that individuals will rise, that the individuals will realize what it means to be a human. And that one day we will wake up with the call of our ancient ancestors, and they will smile at us and say, "You have finally reached it." But I don't think we will ever do. As we progress, technology has taken over our lives, and we now don't even care. We don't care if the next robot is going to kill us as long as we develop it, and as long as it gives us pleasures. I have heard theories of our brains being transformed into only ones and zeros. I have heard theories of the world going dark. I have heard theories, but no answers, only theories of what might happen. And I don't know if I'm the only one who is worried. I'm probably not. I'm just thinking too much of myself and of my ego, but I think we truly do live in a society which doesn't value progress as a human, but progress as a humankind, visible progress on charts and data, on stocks which rise and fall. And I do not call for the abolishment of such society. I call that we stop and think what the society means to us and what us as individuals can do to better ourselves and not the society. And I think that will be our final call if we ever realize it.